Well, the YouTube, true crime material site and everything else, and I just, once again, was on the news, and it had came up, and I've been waiting for this case, because if anybody knows California and their secretive ways out there of what's beneath California, would know that maybe something going down out there happened to these people. I don't know, a wife and their young, dang it, were found dead in Yosemite National Park. And go figure. They cannot reveal anything or know of anything of what happened to that family out there in Yosemite Park. Now, I'm not going this route of Bigfoot or creatures, but it's a possibility that something like that could have happened. Abduction, like a Kenny Beach story, because they're talking about caves out there with toxic, or let alone God dang it, toxic gases and stuff like that, and they can't conclude nothing for whatever reason it is. They were looking at rattlesnake bites and all this kind of other stuff, but still cannot conclude what had happened to this family. Now, there is one thing besides abduction of aliens or murders of aliens, but who knows, maybe creatures, bobcats, mountain lions could have done something too. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of possibilities in this case, but there is something I would like to share, and as you can see that I think maybe could be a possibility, even though I do look into the supernatural or even Bigfoot or skinwalker theory, but there's another theory I'd like to look into, because I found something and stumbled upon something in the Arcadia community forest of a park ranger that went up there at one time. Found a cabin that was made, and of course I went through a lot of the I tried going through what it was that person was doing. I did find out a little bit about the music that the person listened to, and one was Robert Johnson, the old blues player, king of the Delta. Blues was one of his selections of music. And that right there tells me a little bit of something about this guy, because whether or not he's a serial killer, because not only did they find this cabin in an unlawful place to be sticking up cabins, I think the ranger either went the next day or the day after. It was right in the range of when he found it, and that cabin was gone, disappeared without a trace. Every little nail that put that cabin together, and I have it up there on YouTube too. I went through it with the photos they had and what they took pictures of the cabin, It should be Arcadia, cabin found in the wood, or mysterious cabin, whatnot. But down the top circle is where the cabin would have been, and down in the second orange circle is Yosemite Park. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person or individual or individuals, because who knows how fast this SOB could have got that cabin down that quick. And it's like I don't think there was any way to drive a vehicle up there. It's in a remote part. The forest ranger said that if you don't look into it, you'll never see nothing. And that part of the forest, supposedly at the time, the guy never searched. And for some reason, he ended up searching that area and, found the cabin. But what are the chances is that person that owned that cabin moved to Yosemite? Because if this person found and was secluded in the first part, how don't somebody don't know about it going to the second part or any other forest that's out in that area? And I did save the article, screenshot it if anybody wants to check it out. And this was in 2015. And there's a cabin right there. Like I said, I did a whole video of it. What was that? Discolorations are a print of a young girl reading by 18th century painter. I don't know what that was, but that's the cabin right there. And as you can see, right, this person, very crafted with their hands, like some killers are, and very quick to get out of Dodge when needed. So I'm sure this person not only had time to build a cabin in the woods, he also had the time to figure out a plan to get it down, pulled down. So if anybody did find it, see you later. But, yep, I just wanted to show that. Because right where they're going with undetermined and they can't figure out what killed these people. Yeah, they're looking in the gunshot, stab wound, strangulation. Everything's getting, but so far, the last article, I believe, came out in August 26th or something. And nothing. Oh, we can't determine the death of these people. Well, that's freaking insane, isn't it? Once again, here we are sitting here wondering, who murderers are, and they let them roam the street. But, it seems that science ain't helping out too much either. On autopsies now, I mean, wow. It is very interesting to find out what really happened to these people. And this is like that other family that went missing. They were out here in the California, and they were supposedly seen at the border of Mexico, leaving on surveillance. But yet, their bodies were found in the desert, like out near Las Vegas. So, you gotta always think of old crimes, look into other new crimes, you just can't speculate on one thing. And if they can't find a determination on this yet, oh wow. And it's been a good week, I guess, or a week and a half, almost, probably close to 2. So, week, yeah, at least a week, but whatever the case may be, they're already done their autopsies and doing a little more, but still can't put their finger on it. That's why I always like to throw out my thoughts and theories. I mean, like these kids that get swooped up out in these national parks out there in California, and, they get picked up and they're put in places that a friggin' adult can't even climb up to. So, I go that way towards big humanoid creatures like Bigfoot. But if anything, if this creature, if there is, I'm not saying there is, thoughts, theories, ideas, I think the father might have provoked this thing. And even the family dog was killed. But that's an if, if that did happen and went down that way, that's one thing you can't do is provoke creatures or monsters or whatever the hell we have out there roaming among us. And if they can't find a reason for this, that's what I'm going for. like a Bigfoot type thing, got too close, provoked it. But other than that, there also could be this theory. A serial killer setting up camp, stalking and killing. But till that next video, folks, be safe, take care, always beware, and just insane that they can't figure out what happened of the death of these people. I'd like to give that moment of silence. And to end this off, the question is, who lives among us? What lives beneath us? Right, you gotta watch things. Always be aware of things, because you just don't know what might pop up at you. Out.